Chapter 34. Rachel walks up and down the hospital corridor, one of an unending procession of patients, nurses, doctors, and visitors. Her parents are standing outside Izzy's room, leaning wearily against the lime-green walls. Fat Manny, tall Shirley. Rachel sees them through a blur. They look to her, suddenly, like characters in a cartoon, like people she might see on a street in pity. They've all been here for hours now. Dr. North is in Izzy's room, tapping into his chest, drawing out fluids from his lungs with a long needle. Rachel hears her grandfather's groans. She rushes away. She is lightheaded. Her stomach feels at once full and gnawingly empty. She takes in deep breaths, one after the other. The hall is narrow, and the smell of the hospital, a mixture of things, acid, rotting, and cooking, clings to the walls. She never should have agreed to Izzy's going out today. This wouldn't have happened. He needed to rest, not to walk and overdo things and exhaust himself. Why didn't she protest? Why didn't she throw her weight around a little, saying, "No, Grandpa, I don't feel like it. I don't want to go out today. We're staying in." Ever since his collapse, she has been terrorized. She has been terrorized by one idea, that his weakness, his falling, is her fault. Yet only an hour ago, Dr. North told them that the weakness was caused by an accumulation of fluid in the lungs. When Dr. North comes out of Izzy's room, he takes Shirley by the elbow. "We have to tap into 5. We had to tap in 5 times. The tumors were in the way. But we got a pint of fluid. I think your father will be more comfortable now. You can all go home. He should sleep all right tonight. I'll look in on him tomorrow." "Thank you, Doctor," Shirley says. "Thank you. Can I go see him now? Can I go say goodnight to him?" "Of course, but he's probably sleeping." They tiptoe into Izzy's room. He is asleep, his head tossed back, nose sticking into the air, mouth open. A gray film beard shadows his cheeks. "Where is he?" Shirley gasps the next morning. Rachel and her parents have just arrived at the hospital. Izzy is not in the room. The bed is empty. The closet door hangs ominously open. "My God," Manny says. A picture forms in Rachel's mind. 2 white-coated orderlies wheeling Izzy on a cart out of his room in the middle of the night. She runs into the hall. From another room behind a closed door, she hears the sounds of a man laughing. No, sobbing. Izzy? She stands outside the door of the room, then starts toward the nurse's station. Then a door across the hall opens, and Izzy emerges. He is wearing white paper hospital slippers, holding a glass vial of urine in one hand and the back of the hospital gown in the other. "Grandpa!" "You're here?" he says calmly. "Grandpa, how are you feeling? How are you feeling?" "How should I feel? They don't let you sleep in this place." He's a marvel. He sounds like himself. He sounds grand to Rachel's ears. She follows him into the room. "Ma, look who I found. You're here." "You're here too?" Izzy says to Manny. "What is this, a convention?" He allows Shirley to kiss him, then shuffles over to the chair near the window and sits down. "Daddy, did you sleep all right?" "Who sleeps? You're here to be made better. So the first thing is..." They tire you out so much you take their treatment no matter what. They cluster around him. Rachel perches on the arm of his chair. Grandpa, you've got an attitude problem. Listen. He looks each of them in the eye in turn. For my parents, going into the hospital was the worst thing that could happen. You went into the hospital for only one thing. He nods, but today it's different. Today the doctors are much smarter.